Good morning and welcome from Celebration Key, Carnival's newest island.
New to
Private
us.
island, yeah, on Grand Bahama Island.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit cold. You can see that we have a hoodie on, but we are going to go see what this island's all about. So come with us. You know we're Taylor's on the Go. If you don't already know, like and subscribe. And let's go.
There's some wild hair happening. Look at his hair.
The hair is
This
amazing.
is real life, people. So yeah, at time of filming, this is January 26th. And if I'm not mistaken, this private island opened in November?
June.
June?
I'm pretty sure it's June.
Obviously, I know my carnival stuff, don't I? Yeah, it's a day. I mean, we've had not the best weather on this cruise, but it's better than it is at home, I'm sure.
Yes.
So we're still going to get off and see. I know there's a million probably videos out there on Celebration Key you guys can go look at that'll give you the whole tour of the island, things like that. We're just going to give you our take. So if you're familiar with our videos, you know we're honest. We're going to tell you what we like, what we don't like.
I do like there's a pier that we don't have to tender, because we had to tender today. There would be no way we would get, because because of the cold fronts that's going through the southeast, it seems to push lower, and the waves have been a lot here.
Yeah. There's people out in the water already, though. The sun's trying to peek through, so we're going to make the best of it today. We're here till 6 o'clock, which is kind of odd. We didn't get here till 11, which was weird, but we got to sleep in. So, but 6 o'clock I thought was kind of strange because it's going to be dark. And I think I did read something that they are going to close part of the island off after it gets dark. I'm not really sure. I don't even know if we'll be here that long, so we'll see. But let's go check it out.
Yes.
Had to get a little shot of our cruise ship. And obviously you can see in the video, there's the beach and lots of people in the water. And also they do have these trams that go back and forth. I don't know who runs them, but I would assume you need to tip them if you are using the trams. Look at that sky. Doesn't look so pretty today, does it? All right, so there's the iconic Celebration Key sign with the sandcastle slides behind it. Of course, lots of people here taking their picture. And also right behind there is going to be like guest relations, I guess you could call it, for like where you go for your shore excursions. And also I wanted to point out the taxi rate sign. I thought that was really a great idea, but they are very expensive rates.
I'm not going any further. You told me you're taking me to Cinderella's castle. This is not Cinderella's castle. So I'm not going. Nope, not doing it. Not going any further.
All right, so just coming through the sign, there's going to be some shops. There's one shop right here on this side. It's a very small shop, but there are more. And then I'm going to turn around and you'll see the lagoon. And there's also the Scoops ice cream, which is right across from us. And we'll get over there and show you in just a little bit.
All right, so we just hopped in that little shop that I just showed you. Very, very small. They have some Celebration Key items. I did find like a nice shirt, but $50 for a short sleeve shirt ain't happening for me. I know it's a tourist thing, but that's just a bit much. And also, they had some really cute hats. I don't know if you can see them in the. They have a huge set of hats, and they're really actually really nice. Again, just a little overpriced in my opinion. So we're gonna go check out right through the sandcastle. It looks like there's another shop, and it says Island Treasure. So I think we're gonna go check that one out real quick.
It's really nice.
All right, so let's go see how much the ice cream is. Yum Shine Scoops. See what they offer. See how much it costs. Looks like they got waffle cones. It's very nice aesthetically. So it looks like we've got a single cup for $5, a waffle cone $6, cones are $5, and then of course doubles and extras, and they got some really good flavors. Pineapple orange sounds yummy.
Look how cute the sandcastle.
Sandcastle Sundae. That's what I was looking at.
See? Isn't that cute?
That is actually really, really cute. I wish it said Celebration Key though. But right next to the looks like right next to the ice cream place is also a bar to my right and some splash pads for the kids. But we're gonna go check out the shop. All right, so Chad wanted me to point this out. What'd you find?
All right, so they have zero proof cocktails. These are slushies for kids, and it's right by the kids there. It's really cute. So if mom and dad are getting something to drink, You can come over here and get something for your little one at $6.
All right, I'm gonna flip this around to show you the flavors, but I actually might splurge today and get something like that because that's actually really neat. And we don't drink, but I love me a cute drink. So let me show you the flavors they have.
Hold on, just for real life, I thought the camera was facing the other way, so I was not even looking at the camera. I was looking at what she's about to show you.
That's okay. Hold on. So you can pause this if you want to check out all the flavors. And they're pre-made in these machines. $6 is not bad. I keep saying we're going to get over to the shop, and we are, but this is the big lagoon. We are standing right here by the sandcastle. There's the sandcastle, but there's a bar right there. It's called Sunshine Swings. Obviously, you sit on the swing, which is actually really cool. My first impressions, it's a little bit nicer than I expected it to be, but the day's still young. And I only say that because we came in watching some YouTube videos and we didn't have great expectations, right?
No, well, the one I saw, I didn't. I know you've seen a few more than I got to see.
Yeah, so I came in very skeptical of the island. That's why I wanted to give maybe a different perspective. So we're walking to the sandcastle. To our right is going to be an Effie jewelry shop. And it looks like they have some other shops too, but we're going into Island Treasure, so let's go check it out.
There's just no carousel here. I don't know why there's not a carousel.
Because it's not Disneyland.
Wow.
I wanted to go ahead and show you just a little bit of the merchandise. I mentioned before the hats. They have a really nice selection of hats. Of course, lots of t-shirts, and Chad found some water shoes, which I think are great because you never know. People forget things when they come on vacation. Of course, lots of mugs, coffee cups. Of course, you're definitely gonna find some of the Yeti type cups here, water bottles, things like that, all branded with Celebration Key. Then, of course, your normal sunscreens, fans, magnets, things like that. And there are quite a few shops here that you can go in and out of, get out of the sun for a minute and go shopping. I had also heard that they were going to have some booths or kiosks with some Bohemian made items here, and they really do. All the people that are here selling their goods are very kind and polite and friendly, and they just want to talk to you. And I will tell you, they are definitely willing to make a deal because multiple people walked up and they were already trying to, make you a deal, 2 for this price or buy this, get this free. So definitely be willing to negotiate. In addition to the regular shops, under here they're going to have like an open straw market, which I love that they put a roof over it for, bad weather. But it's all those typical straw market items, which you'll find here.
Okay, so we're done with the shops. I would say if you've ever been to MSC's island, this is what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you come in on MSC, you have this like open walkway, like what do you call this? Like
the central hub of most of the shopping area and stuff like that.
And it's done nicely with all the shops on both sides. The shops are small, so it's very crowded, but very nice.
Well, also, I like that it leads you all the way to the back. So if you were going to take an excursion or you were going to rent a car, you can just go straight to the back to go there. And it's one straight shoot. You don't have to worry about where you're going. And also the trams. You can take the trams from the Celebration Key sign both directions, and it leads you straight to the back. So I think that's really cool. And she's leading me to coffee. That's why she walked away.
I finally found the coffee place. Sorry. I found this sign right here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it behind me. There it is. Coffee shop.
It's called Sun Castle Grounds Coffee. What a cute name. But we thought the prices were very reasonable for being here on the island, and they did have some dessert options. Unfortunately, I never made it back to try one of these dessert options. The day just kind of got away from us. But we thought the prices were reasonable, and all the drinks that we saw looked very good.
All right, so what I was talking about is the main drag goes all the way back to the transportation right here. But you can take trams all the way around. So if you didn't want to walk it, it's not that far, but it gives you an option to take off your legs, both sides. So the tram goes around to both sides. and that's where you'll get your rental cars and everything. And then right here is the shopping on the backside of the castle. So it's not that far. We're right here right now.
They've got some cute photo ops for both sides of the lagoon.
I wasn't sure what to expect as far as like how long the walk would be, if we'd be exhausted trying to, see everything on this island, but it really wasn't bad. I thought it was set up very well, and I love the walkways they have. Lots of activities, ping pong, cornhole, things like that, which I think are really nice. The bathrooms were nice and clean. They did have lockers that were available to rent, and also a pharmacy box, which I thought was a nice touch. They did have showers outside the bathrooms. Very nice. Everything was kept up very well and clean. Now let's talk a little bit about the food. So we did find the food truck park that they call it. This is lunchtime when we're coming over here, and we did notice that a lot of the locations were closed, which was kind of odd. And everything is very well marked as far as what you're eligible to get with your room key for your one entree and what costs extra and the discount that's available. So I will say that they did a good job marking everything, and even before we got off the island, they were very good about making announcements in your room. There were papers in your room telling you what you could and could not get. And then obviously you saw that was the water station. They do have those that we noticed quite a few of those that just offered ice and water. Very nice touch. But again, just so surprised that we noticed so many closed places. So I will say, I was only going to eat the free food on this trip, but the other options look very appetizing. All right, we finally found the food hall, and this is where we're going to be eating today. I like the decor. It's themed very well. When you come around the side, you're going to notice all the stanchions, and it's separated, and the signage is very good. I mean, I didn't have a hard time figuring out what was what. Different food options. They have a pizza place and burgers, and I think they had an Indian or Mediterranean station. They had a Mexican station, which is what we chose to do. Lot of people in that line. So obviously we could tell what's most popular here. It was definitely this one. But I will say, even though the line was all the way to the end of the stanchions, it went by very, very fast. All right, so we chose the Mexican bowl.
Yep.
Chad got chicken, rice, pico,
lettuce, and cheese.
and then every meal comes with a chocolate chip cookie, and they give it to you at the register. So that's not bad.
No.
And then they do have free lemonade, water, and iced tea also available. So we're gonna enjoy our lunch and then go find a place to sit. Just checking out this massive lagoon swimming pool area. Very nice. Now, of course, it's not crowded, so I don't know how bad it would be when there's lots of ships here or lots of people in the pools. But obviously, you can see they do rent kayaks and things like that, which, again, nice touch.
I just want to show you on the Calypso side. I'm a big fan of attention to detail, and I like what they did. On the other side, the Starfish Lagoon side, the concrete work was blue in color. On the Calypso side, they incorporated the oranges and the red colors stones into the sidewalk, so you know where you're at all times. I appreciate that attention to detail. They kept the theme. It's really neat. Come on. All right, so I just wanted to show you these cabanas because these are not rented, but I just wanted to show you what $600 to $3,200 gets you, depending on where you're at, how big a cabana it is, where it's located. It can be anywhere from $600 to $3,200. Comes with water. Most of them come with water and soda. They come with towels, and most of them they'll bring your food to you for your lunch. But this is what you get when you rent a cabana.
So this is the day bed option that you can rent here on Celebration Key, and I will say that this is better than I expected. I think this was like what, $195 maybe at our sailing, and it comes with the 2 chairs out front and the umbrella out front, but also you can put the curtains down around to have a little bit more privacy. But I think these are not a bad option, to be honest. These are right here by Calypso Lagoon.
And you get 2 chairs.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I think the one in the middle, I believe, would be like a cooler.
Yep.
Well, we found some nice chairs at the beach.
Yep.
Weather's still hit or miss. Sun, not sun. As long as there's no rain, I'm good.
Absolutely. A lot of people I've noticed have already gone back to the ship.
Yeah.
But hey, look, it's your day. You enjoy it.
What'd you think about the food?
I thought it was very good.
Yeah, surprisingly happy about it. Like I said, I came in with not the highest of expectations, and it's been nice.
Yeah, I thought it was very nice. Pool is so cold.
Yeah, time of year though.
It was funny because the lifeguard was laughing at me, and he goes, "Cold, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "It's like this all the time." That cold.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of crazy."
Kids don't care though; they were having a blast.
But on a 90-degree day, a nice cold
That'll
pool
feel
would be
good.
nice.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I thought the pools were huge. There's only 2 ships in port today, but I thought there's plenty of spaces.
Yeah.
Right?
I will be interested. I don't know if they're going to add on because there's land cleared, but they did add, or they're adding a second set of piers to the existing pier. They're adding 2 more berths, so they'll be able to take 4 total ships. So I'm interested to see how it would feel with 4 ships here.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be much more crowded. But we didn't have a hard time. Like, the line for the food was a little long, but they were very efficient. They got us in and out really quick. I noticed that the food trucks, you have to order at a kiosk, and then you go up and get your food there.
Yes.
But the water stations have been real nice. Seems clean.
Yes.
So I'm pleasantly happy.
Paula did want me to add on the cabana part, there are cabanas that do come with the food all included and alcohol. So you just have to look. That's probably why some of them are like $3,200.
Yeah, and there were a lot not rented. I just think they're really overpriced.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm comparing that to like what we know the prices are on Royal's private island.
Well, when you're on MSC, and I've seen the cabanas as low as $250 on MSC on their
Right.
private island, and
And it's January, so it's not even high season for, it's not like summer or breaks or whatever. I'm talking about January. You would think they'd be a little bit cheaper, but whatever. Maybe that price will adjust as they see they're renting or not renting them out. So, but overall, I think we're having a great day. We're gonna stay out here as long as we possibly can, and because we're heading home tomorrow.
yeah, we got to go and pack. So the longer I can stay here, the less I have to go back and pack later.
Yeah. So thanks for coming along. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. We'll try to answer them. We're not experts on this island by any means. There's probably lots of other videos out there that show you way more. But hopefully this helps a little bit.
I would say I would not avoid an itinerary that had this on here, and I would not book an itinerary because it's on here.
Yeah. I get that. Like, if it's there, great. If it's not, I'm not upset.
This
Yeah.
is a lot better than going to Amber Cove.
This is a lot better than going to the Nassau, Bahamas.
Yes.
So, I mean, take that what you want. I mean, it's a beautiful beach, and, so, and I don't have to worry about people, like, coming up and bothering me. So.
But I have seen some itineraries where Aruba and Bonaire are on it, and Curacao replaced with Celebration.
Oh, wow.
I would not book that itinerary because I like Curacao
Right.
more than I do this.
Right.
But I would book this itinerary to not go to like Amber Cove or Nassau or something.
Anytime I can go to a beach, I'm happy. So, like, I'm good. I'm good with a nice beach. Yeah. But thanks for watching. Like this video and subscribe.
Taylor's out.